Yes, indeed, powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Poet, alongside my partner, Spank the Bank. And today we'll be taking another incremental step in shifting the culture. Now, I wanted to start off, now I'm on this topic of good business sense, man. Like, how do you give constructive criticism to somebody who might not fully understand a business that they're in? You know, because I feel like sometimes constructive criticism can come off the wrong way if somebody's so, like, enamored with their dreams and stuff like that, or an idea that they have. But you always have to work through your dreams, no matter what it is. And I think that's kind of one of the big things that people have misconceptions about. I heard Dame Dash say it on the Breakfast Club. You know, if you're a real boss, you don't have a job. But I feel like you got to do both, man. Like, you constantly have to do something. You have to have results, you know, as time keeps going. Like, if you're going to focus on your dream and you got to go, like, man, a year from now I want this, you got to be working the whole time until your dream can take care of your life. You still got to work, you still got to grind. But how do you tell somebody, like, man, you got to go back to work?
What gives you the right to say that? I don't see the vision as they do. Because they're down right now, you know, because them going back to work, now their dream is going to take longer. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we know time is your true currency. So if you're not working for somebody...
What if they're not doing nothing with their time, though? And it's been years.
I guess they go back to work, but why do we got to go to work, though?
See, you're the friend that they need. They don't need a friend like me.
No, I mean...
I ain't going to let them get away with that bullshit.
No, I get it. I mean, you do need money to fund your dreams, but at the same time...
I'm saying if you literally sitting at the house doing nothing, right, for years, and you're still talking about a dream that you haven't put zero work into, you would still say, hey, man, that's just their process. Let them work through their process.
I mean...
Is it really a dream if you're not working towards it, if you're not putting no energy into it, or is it just a thought at that point?
I mean, how I look at it now, I don't need to put my energy in their life in general. That's on them. Like, I can't look down at a person like, oh, he a bum-ass nigga because he still saying, you know, because now I'm too busy worrying about his dream. I still probably got to figure mine. I feel like that's like a...
You're right. And where I'm at with it is just don't bring it up to me. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not putting no work into it, we both don't put no energy. Don't bring it up to me, and I won't talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, just don't tell me, like, this is my dream, and it's been years in. It's like, bro, that's not your dream.
It probably is. It's just...
It's an idea. It sounds good.
It's an idea. Stagnant. A lot of people stagnant. You just get stuck. Don't know where to go. Because, like I said, a job really... For a while, a job holds you on, and then you forget... Like, to get where you wanted to go. Like, damn. Like, you ever seen that movie Up?
Yeah, I seen it. With the balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how their adventure book was to go to Paradise Falls, whatever.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but they never got the chance to go because life hit them. You know, I remember they trying to save it every time they break the thing, had to buy something else. Something fell off, hit the roof. Like, something always happened that they had to break back and go back in, and eventually the wife died. So they couldn't go together. So,
in this movie, they just sit at the couch watching TV all day. It has nothing to do about funds and breaking the bank and all that.
I mean, this is like this, though. You can't really... It's just like a nigga in jail for like 30 years, then he finally get out. And his dream come true. But he was just in jail, just probably doing push-ups out of them 10 years.
A lot of them brothers be studying, man.
A lot of them, yeah. Or a lot of them just come out. Just ready to go.
A lot of them read a lot.
They do.
Damn near all of them, if you ask me.
They do, but it's no different. I mean, you can learn from television as well. I feel like I did. I learned how to act.
You're an optimistic man.
No, I'm just saying. It's just like a lot of people, a lot of actors, they learn how to act by watching TV. For real. That's not doing... You could be like, he ain't doing nothing but watching TV. Then he becomes one of the greatest actors you've seen because he sat there and watched TV. We don't know what's going through his thoughts. Like, when I watch a movie now, I look at the actors. I watch how they, you know, how they say the words or their demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Now I know how to act. Well, why you know how to act so goofy? Well, I watched Fresh Prince and Martin growing up. You feel me? It taught me something.
Yeah.
It just depends what you do with it.
How's that gonna help with a clothing business though?
A clothing business, I don't know. I don't know. You gotta get in there and try. I don't know. I mean, if you sitting on your ass, ain't nothing gonna come to you. You gotta put some action in.
Hey, figure it out, man. That's my advice, man. Just figure it out and stop making excuses. And like you said, I won't bring it up if they won't bring it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't bring it up because it's like you low key hate or you like shaming they dream. Damn, bro, what's up? Why you ain't? Damn, bro, why are you all up in my business? I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to. I mean, sometimes you do need that push. Like, man, come on, get up on that shit. But that still won't work. It's all up on me anyway.
Yeah, it never works, man. It never works.
And then you got to think about it. I can't judge nobody on what makes them happy. If sitting on that TV makes them happy, I make them happy.
And that's exactly what I be saying.
Yeah.
I be like, bro, don't look at what somebody else is doing or somebody around you. Like, bro, you really don't want that. And that don't make you a bad person. I feel like a lot of people be caught in that matrix of like, man, I'm not grind. I want this. And I'm like, bro, you really don't. You just want to live a life like, that's comfortable and you don't really have a million different aspirations. That's okay. But you just don't want it like that. No, I do want it. No. That's not a bad thing. It's not. You just outside of the matrix. You just don't care about stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until, you get laid off and, your bills are stacked back to back. And it's like, okay, then you really see through it. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah, man, but you can get your bills paid off, too.
Yes, it's a process, man. It's a process. I was having a conversation with my uncle this morning, and we was having a deep conversation, man. Because, nation conversations get real deep. I wanted to ask you what you thought about, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but Bill Gates, when he bought up all that farmland. Now you see it's a shortage of crops pretty much year after year after year. Now we got bad crop seasons. We got all type of stuff coming. I feel like it's what we saw through the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like with the different shortages of different things in the store, toilet paper and all that other type of stuff. If there was a shortage of food, who do you think would be the biggest affected in America right now?
Blacks.
And why do you say that?
Man, look at the hood. I mean, that's common sense.
Food desert, yeah.
We ain't got our own. We ain't got nothing. I mean, that was easy. I mean, that's just sad to say, but we ain't got a dime. Like, literally. It's crazy, though. We ain't got, if you ride around, if you really ride around. All right, you got not Ferndale, but you got Dearborn, Arabs. You got Nova, Indians, or Indians or whatever. They scattered all over the place. But blacks will be hit the hardest, and it might happen. Sad to say. I think up north, though, I don't really know too much about down south. It's a lot of it's good farmers down south. People starting to go back, like Alabama. I could see black people being straight in Alabama, like Alabama, Georgia. But up north, like where we at, we fucked.
So I also was wondering, like, you got a lot of Arabs, you got a lot of, different Asians in the community, got businesses in the community. And sometimes the way that they treat us when we come into the establishment, they don't treat us like we're really their primary customers. You know what I'm saying? Like we're tourists in the hood, Like if you listen to the way an artist structures his music, he structures it for his fans, Like these are my core fans. These are the people that I treat a certain type of way. Because I was watching a documentary, and it was a guy on there, and he was just basically saying, like, they'll make changes for those people who will come into their stores 24/7, Like they structure it. Like if you go into an Asian community, you go into an Arab community, and it's just like Arabic everywhere. Why? Because it's being structured for the, consistent customers.
That's deep.
But you go into the hood, and they treat us like crap. And it's like, we're the 24/7 customers, but they still treat us like the tourists. Like, this is our land. Y'all just in here. I wonder why the mentality is different, though.
Marketing. I know that's business. I know my customers. That's marketing right there. I know my customers. All right, so out of every 4 customers, I got two with low hair that need do-rag and 2 that needs sponges for the curly hair. Because that's the style in the black community. Waves, curly hair, dreads, braids, whatever. I know my customers. I know my clientele. So this what I put in my stores. Like, shout out to Bow Wow. He killing the do-rag game. I mean, every beauty store.
I'm saying, why aren't they scared to lose our business though?
Because we already.
Like, I don't know how it happens in Detroit a lot, but I know in Flint, them Arabs be beating black people's ass sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I know one of the Arabs had killed a young black boy. I think it was
my thing is, why don't we go back in
and we shut the
and bully them out?
We shut the gas station down for maybe 3 days.
That's not enough.
And then it was like nothing happened. So I'm saying, why do we allow them to treat us like tourists in our own neighborhood?
Because we're not a nation. We're not together. Like, if you mess with a family, like my mama family, all right, you knew not to really mess with them because it's 10 of them, and they like this. So you mess with one, oh, best believe 9 more coming back for that ass. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference now, and they gonna keep coming back. But like with us as a community, it probably lasts like a couple days. It die down because it always does. But if we stay putting that pressure, man, we'll shake the whole world up. But it's so much fear. It's a lot of fear in us. It's a lot of fear in us. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but I feel like from my point of view, that turn the other cheek mentality is really, really hurt our community. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. But how often are we going to turn the other cheek? You know what I'm saying? Why? I just can't keep believing that it's somebody down here going to save us. You know what I'm saying? When are we going to come together as one and push everybody out and stand together, stand tall, stand strong? It's more of us. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, they got us shook, bro. You got the army that they can got against us, the police force, the KKK. Like, it seems like we outnumbered, though. It do, though. Like, press of a button, they can blow us all up. I mean, so, damn, the oppressors, they got it good. They doing their job, scaring the hell out of us.
I think it's all of that, and I also believe nobody loves being pro-black anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody.
What's pro-black?
It's like, it's whatever's good for us first, and then whatever, everybody else gets there second. Like, I don't care how this really affects everybody else. Like, okay, if y'all get 20 million and they can only get 2 million and they only get 1, okay, well, we worried about us first, and then y'all can get y'all's later, because they've been worried about theirs for a long time.
What you think? When did you think pro-black went away? After the Black Panther movie?
Man, I don't know, man. It's crazy because I didn't took so many African American studies class. I think after King got assassinated, they put, according to a lot of the history books that I was reading, after King got assassinated, Nixon put somebody in charge of the NAACP. I forgot who was in charge of the NAACP, but all I know is that person and Nixon, they were like peas in the pod, and this was only revealed later, as time went on. And he was basically able to put a face in that seat that he controlled. So, and we got no progress done. And all the other, pro-black activists and leaders, they fled the country because they were scared to get killed. Like, if you listen to James Baldwin talk about why he fled America, he was scared to get killed,
Yeah, where did he go? France?
I think, like Paris, I think. And he, he did several interviews just talking about, like, man, they was killing my friends left and right. I fled to save my life. That's why I respect Dick Gregory. He stayed and he was ready to take.
What about, I know this is off subject, but I don't know if you've seen the video of Ronald Martin talking about the Tuskegee Airmen, how it's not the same, how it's not related to the COVID-19.
Roland Martin?
Yeah, Roland Martin. I forgot the fact that name.
No, yeah, I'm like,
he had a black doctor on there, and they were talking about how the Tuskegee Airmen experiment is not the same thing as COVID-19, vaccinating or whatever. So they were saying they were trying to test black people for sickle cells or something like that, trying to see
syphilis.
Yeah. And what you think about that? Like how he's pushing us to take the vaccine still.
Yeah, well, this video is definitely gonna get we're not gonna get monetized for this now that we're talking about the vaccine. But nah, man. To be honest, the way I look at it is, it's like, man, they pushing this stuff so heavy. They pushing it so heavy, and people still getting COVID from it. Even if you get the vaccine, it doesn't stop you from getting COVID. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop you from giving it to somebody else. And how I look at it is, I mean, personally, I've never had it, at least to my knowledge. And if I did, it didn't affect me like at all. I couldn't notice a difference. So how I feel like personally, and I've heard Rizza Islam say it, like, man, just give it to all the people who need it. Give it to all the sick people who need it. Like, if you got a strong immune system, I don't know, it doesn't affect me, apparently. I can't speak for everybody, but it didn't affect me, so.
My thing is, how do we know if it was really real?
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking that.
The way media works, it's weird how the media puts this agenda of COVID. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody got it, but right now, it's like, all right, it went away, whatever. Now everybody's like mentally back right. What am the media scared us so much that we caught ourselves to get sick?
I mean, a lot of people saying it was the 5G towers. We was in I don't know, man. It was a lot of hysteria back. It's crazy, now that I really think about it, man. I even forgot what those 6, 7, 8, 9 months was like when we was trapped in the house. Like, really in the house, like when they had that, like, mandatory, like, you got to be in the house.
I definitely believe, I ain't gonna say I believe, but I definitely think it was the radiation. It was. That's the only thing that can wipe that many people. I mean, if you look at everything now, if you watch the AT&T commercials, you got 5G this. If you pay attention to the technology, if you see how technology is moving, it was definitely the radiation. It has to be. What was sometime in history got hit by radiation? I don't know who got bombed by radiation.
I don't even know.
Oh my God.
Maybe the dinosaurs. I don't know. Chernobyl? Yeah, Chernobyl. Yeah.
I know they got hit, and then
I don't even think that place is still habitable. I don't think it's inhabitable right now. I seen something about it. I forgot. I watched a documentary about it. They had like a camera crew come in there or something like that.
I mean, the radiation and COVID-19 has the same symptoms.
Well, like I said, I don't know the facts. I would have to look it up and do my research on it. But how I look at it is, it's just like, man, it's too many unanswered questions, and vaccines have to go through like 4 phases, if I'm not mistaken. The fourth phase is like up to 10 years or something like that, and you never know the effects of a vaccine if it ain't stood the test of time for you to know, okay, after 10 years it might do this stuff. We don't have no phase 3. We went past phase 3 and 4, if I'm not mistaken, and we've only done maybe phase 1 and 2. Because how long did it take us to get a vaccine? Like a year or something? A couple of months? I don't know. So it's just too many like moving variables, and I think it's a lot of emotion that's involved in it.
That's what I
heard. I heard some. I don't know who put up an announcement, but I saw something on the Shade Room saying some dude saying, if you don't get the vaccine, we're gonna go back on lockdown. Like shit.
It's fine with me.
But yeah, put me back on lockdown. It's just I would need more evidence, and I would need to see the effects of it long term. Like I said, I don't have no problem with nothing. I just need it to be efficient. Like I said, as a Muslim myself, I've never had a vaccine in my life, so I don't want to take one now for something, especially that is not foolproof.
It's just crazy how they just push the agenda to the black community so hard. It's like, what's y'all agenda behind this? You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
I know a lot of people who have taken the vaccine. More power to you. Just know your rights and have the information, and whatever you choose is what you choose. But you're not gonna get me to do it. So
it's just crazy. You go up north. I remember when it was like August. We had to still wear masks. Man, I went up north. Man, the white people weren't wearing no masks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't wearing no. Man, they don't even follow the rules. They disobey the law more than we do. They just get away with everything. So, but that was my question, because it's like they pushing that agenda and it's freaking out everybody. Get the vaccine. To me, it's marketing. It's money. I look at it as money. That's how I look at it.
So what would it take for us to replace these, these other stores in the community that aren't black owned with black owned businesses? It seemed. Now I don't know about all that, but it really seems like what they said. The Black Panthers used to do that back in the day. Post up outside the store, shut it down. Say if you gonna treat this person like that, well, it's just like when you build black business in the hood, don't nobody support it for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like every black person come in and they feel like they're part owner in it just because they black.
My pops, man. I remember my pops had a grocery store my father had a grocery store on East Lafayette. It was called Foodland. And that's what he said. Man, black people, we had the most problems. Black people come complain about everything. But now I think about it, that's just our instinct. Like, black people complain and criticize everything.
I don't know.
We do.
I don't see them coming in there and talking to them Arabs like that.
And I think
I don't know. Maybe it's because they got that shotgun behind the glass. I don't know. Maybe that's.
I just think we're just. We're taught to hate our kind. That's just what it is. We're taught to hate. You know what I'm saying? So my father hated that. You know what I'm saying? He hated how his own people didn't really want to support. Then they end up closing. Now Arabs got it. Now the Arabs got it, and then everybody go in there, and, no problem. Man, this old ass meat got yellow on there. Ain't nobody complaining about that. They shopping in it. I don't know what be going on. I don't know, man. It's every man for themselves. It's not like you can see it right now. Everybody getting money. Every man for themselves. That's how it is in our community. We was never a nation. We was never together. Like, that's why it's good to know your history. To understand that we was once a nation before. We need to get back to becoming a nation and building tribes and stuff. Like, they really took so much of our identity. We really don't know who we are. We just ass out here. I swear to God, and when ass out singing, we shall overcome.
Yeah, what happened? I feel like they just let a couple people slip through, a couple families slip through, and then that's what changed the whole dynamic. Like, if you study the history of the evolution of Africans in America, it's like those who were educated on a plantation who might have learned how to read from maybe some slave owner or something, or somebody taught them how to read. Once they got out of slavery, once we got freed out of slavery, it's like those were the people who were either had enough education to get a higher paying job, or they went and got education and then got a higher paying job. But those who didn't, they had to go straight to work on the railroads, or they had to go work in the factories. And those were the people who they didn't. I don't want to say they didn't push the black agenda the same way your everyday blue collar African American would, but they had connections, they had friendships. The way they saw white America wasn't the way we saw white America, because maybe white America educated them, or maybe they weren't treated like somebody else was treated, so they were able to move and get different things that we weren't able to do. Like Ida B. Wells and I forgot the other gentleman's name. But they were
W.D. Boyce.
Yeah, him. He was able to. They were able to get a lot of programs together for like putting post-secondary education. Places together, like colleges and institutions together for black people. But they had to go through a lot of different white people to get that established, and they have to go into different rooms and do different things that the general public probably wouldn't have been with. But they had to do that. But it just looks at it now, and it's just like that whole thing is shifted. It's like you got the educated people, then you got the non-educated people, then you got those who got money, and then you got those who don't. It's like everybody was looking out for everybody at that point. Even if you had an education, you was looking out for those who didn't have an education. If you had money, you was looking out for those who didn't have money. Now it's like, man, I got the money, you look out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody, I hear people say it all the time. I hate when black people say this, like, we don't work hard enough, man. Don't nobody work like black people, bro. Maybe Mexicans, yeah. Maybe Mexicans, yeah.
They get underpaid.
Yeah. But it's just like, man, we was working for hundreds of years without getting paid. So our track record is just crazy. I don't know. They'll never be able to put numbers up like us. We the Bill Russell of working. We got too many. Our records is unbeatable. So,
well, we working for this paper dollar that's about to go away. So what we about to do?
That's what I'm saying. What happens when the dollar crashes?
Yeah, and cash don't mean nothing anymore.
I'm asking you, what happens when the dollar crashes?
Bro, I don't like it. Slavery might come back, bro. Something like, I don't know. I don't know, like, because it's a lot of stuff that's playing the factor that the big G got in play.
Yeah.
That can mess up a lot of people. That can mess up a lot of people, bro. You telling me cash is gone? And I don't understand this new currency. It's about to be a big crash, man. It's about to be a big ass crash. It is, like, it's about to be a crash, like, skirt. Bro, I really think last year was the first year of the purge. That, bro, you gotta think, they put movies out, man. Ain't nobody, they're telling you, they're giving you the message. They're giving you their sermon. They letting you know what's going to happen. Like, for real, bro, you watching TV, like, bro, I watch new movies sometimes, I be like, bro, they just putting everything in our face. Like, even, I was watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Good show, by the way. Just paying attention how the money flowing around in there is all through Bitcoin. You know? Yeah, the money flowing around. It's like they got like big, like everything is about to be like a video game. How you get money, you know, play for your players with coins. Like, because the dollar is about to crash. The dollar has no value. It's a piece of dust. So I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say I'm worried, but it's like it's just need to prepare for myself, because when that dollar crash, that's a good question, bro. Because I'm working 80 hours to get what now? Like, what's the new money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, that's a big topic, but it'll all revert back to the origin. You know, what's really valuable. You know, it's like skills and you know, knowledge, but gold, silver, all this stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, I do hear people on the internet telling people to buy silver right now. Yeah,
well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to all that, but you know,
man, it's a couple people out here, man, that's really telling people.
I mean, I buy gold just because that's what I do, but I really don't be looking at, you know, the infomercials and stuff. And people buy it because I don't trust it. You know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
there's a couple people out here telling people buy silver.
Yeah,
you can buy silver, gold. I mean, that's the only thing that has value. The earth. That damn, I don't know, man. I ain't thinking about that, like. That dollar crash, cause some people, I go get my like my oils from people, and I be like, man, I ain't got no cash. You want me to go to the ATM? No, but I can just instantly send my money to you right here, sitting next to you through Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App. No, I don't want man. Look, the government already know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't carry cash no more, man. I don't know. I ain't
gonna lie. That is true though. Think about it. Everything going digital. They do have more eye contact on your movements.
Yeah,
they do. But you know, we gonna always find a way to play with that. But they do have more eye on. Well, they can easily. Well, you spent this. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. But man, cash gone, dog. I need some oil. I'm not going to the ATM. I don't need to go to the ATM. Like I just started carrying back cash.
Yeah, I saw the movie. I forgot who was starring in the movie, man. But it was like when we were still in the house. They dropped a movie about the coronavirus or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm tripping, but I was like, how did they put this movie together?
I think it came out before the coronavirus, if I'm not mistaken.
I could have swore the movie was about COVID-19.
Man, it probably was.
Or it must have been about some type of virus. And I forgot it was some young white actor that was starring in, male white actor. I forgot, I don't know the dude's name. But I was just like, dang, this seems like, I don't know. I was like, man, I got to watch this movie because it was on some, what they call it, military lockdown type stuff. I forgot the martial law type stuff. And I was like, man, this is.
But I always heard, like growing up, I did hear, like, they're going to come to our houses, take our Bibles and things of that nature. Like, I heard that. My pastor used to talk about that to my parents. And, like, you know, my parents were like, yes, this time is coming, you know. It's all got to be able to in here, you know. My dad would always say, ain't got to be in here. Yeah, I see it. But I also see how you can protect yourself from that, too. If you know who you really are. But that's enough for a whole nother conversation.
Working you know, with a lot of these young people, man, and just people in general, do you feel like with black people especially, there is a desire to be rescued? Like,
Hell
when we
yeah.
talk about like billionaire, you know, millionaire black people and all.
That's why we get mad at them.
You know, affluent people, you know, watching them the way they use their money and different things like that. Why do you think like we want to be rescued so much? Like,
Because
is it because we still feel like we're owed something? Because in actuality, we are. That's what I'm saying. We are, but it's not coming. So I'm saying, do you think we can never get over the fact that we're owed so much and we're not getting anything?
it's like I see why people can hate Floyd. You know, I'm a fan of Floyd Mayweather, but I can see why. You know, people hate him. Or he spent $18 million on a watch. I mean, yeah, I see why you be mad. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's his bread. My dog go out there and fight for it every day. But also, it's like, damn, bro, teach me to get $1 million or something like that. 18 million, that could help a lot of people because a lot of black people we do deserve it. We do deserve the resources. We do deserve being educated. Like, bro, we treat like animals, man. And then when ones make it out, forget y'all. And it's kind of mess up, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, man, bro, yeah, bro, we down here. We need some bread, too. What about us?
Yeah, we got to break that social construct, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff. It's literally like I be really trying to figure out where all these different mental blocks on black people come from. Like, we got so many, especially as young black men, there's so many mental blocks on us.
What you mean by mental
like,
blocks?
Just stopping us from, like, we're conditioned to be a whole bunch of things that, you know what I'm saying, we didn't even put in ourselves. Like, being aggressive, you know what I'm saying, not expressing what you want to be in life. Like, you actually, young black man, like, man, what do you want to be in life?
Want to be thug.
He want to be a thug. He want to get money. He want to be a basketball player. He want to be whatever he wants to be. And it's just like.
That's all attributes of a slave.
Facts.
It never, damn. It never transitioned over.
And that's what I was thinking the other day. I was having a conversation with one of my homeboys, and I was telling him I think some people are just more addicted with being rescued than actually being free. You know, like you talk to some of these young people, or any people in general, you know, they'll constantly tell you that they need to be rescued or constantly tell you that they need assistance because they just like the process of being rescued. But they don't really want to be free because you get them out of that ditch and then they go right back in it just because they feel like it's better to be rescued than to actually be free. But I think that mentality just comes from lack of love, you know what I'm saying? Lack of somebody caring. So when you free, it's like, man, I'm supposed to care for myself now, instead of somebody coming back and rescuing me.
Yeah,
so that whole process of rescuing somebody is like manufactured love. They feel love being rescued, but they don't feel love being free. Not understanding that, you know what I'm saying, they can love themselves now that they're free. But I feel like it's the same way with black people. And I said this, I think, on the first episode. It's like, if we free ourselves, we really got to look at white America different. Like, if we really free ourselves, then we really know, like, damn, this is really how people feel about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we really still have the same level of optimism? Like, yeah, we're all one and we're all, but if we free ourselves and we say, if all black people say, you know, we don't want no 40 acres and no mule, we don't want nothing for all the different things that was put on us, from the crime bill to the mass incarceration to anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all letting these other people get off popping opioids and we getting 25 to life for, you know, having some weed. It's like, you know, if we just say, forget all of that and we overcome again and we build, you know, 50 more Greenwoods, you know what I'm saying, Black Wall Streets, and just do it all ourselves. I don't know. It's not going.
Well, I feel like
we're not gonna be able to come to Lollapalooza and rock out to some J. Cole the same anymore. It's not gonna feel the same anymore because we can't have that illusion of we're all fighting to, you know what I'm saying, for the betterment of one another. Because that, I feel like that's really what's holding us up. If we let go of being rescued, then when we get out of that ditch, it's gonna really be some hell that has to be paid.
I think we just need to move out of America. Like, if you pay attention in the Bible, they stay moving. When stuff got bad, bro, they stay moving. So it's like, for us believers, like this for all my believers out here, like, if you know America is not following God's word, not going in God's direction, why would you still stay here?
And that's crazy, man, because the reason we won't go and leave is the same reason people don't want to come and see us. They taught us that over there is not no better than, you know what I'm saying, is over there is worse than over here.
Akon showing everybody it is.
You're right. It's I wouldn't say it's no excuse, but it's less excuse because the lies can be dispelled with the push of a button. You know what I'm saying? But how I view it is, it's like people don't want to leave America because we feel like we're the greatest. No. And people don't want to come over here and come see about us because they feel like we're the worst. So, and it's all media trained lies. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But that's the reason somebody wouldn't want to go to Ghana because they feel like, hey, man, I'd be living worse than I am over here. Not understanding that they have a great economy and a lot of Africa's resources are used to power, you know what I'm saying, the European nations. Like I was listening to a TED Talk, I can't remember the lady, but she was talking about how if you have gold in your backyard and you dig up gold in your backyard in any place in Africa, it's not yours. Like you don't even own, even if you own that house, you don't own the land. Like
Europeans own it.
Europeans own the land. They own the land and everything in it. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're a farmer, you know what I'm saying, you have to pay taxes on, you have to pay X amount of different things on your own crop because you can own the house and you don't own the land. She said if you was to, you know, like dig up any gold and stuff like that, and if you hit it, like that's a penalty. Like you can't even keep it for yourself. Like they just robbed all of the resources of Africa, from the culture to the art to everything.
When you go to Africa?
Shit, man, I was trying to go. I was trying to go last year, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But then the pandemic hit. Shit, I wanted to go. I'm trying to go soon. I'm trying to go to Ghana, man. Yeah. I'm trying to go to Ghana. That's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, but man, my thing for all my believers out there, like, it's for anybody that's like a believer that follow Jesus Christ. You know, you follow that Bible. If you pay attention to that Bible, they got the fuck out of there. They didn't stay. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my thing right now. Like, yeah, my believers, like, okay, don't sit up and argue about me, bro. We sitting in this same country that we know is going to hell. We going with it because the Messiah ain't coming right now. So I gotta leave this land right now.
It's looking kind of it's kind of rough everywhere though, man. No. Everywhere it's rough. It's rough in a lot of places.
It is, but here it's about it. No, the agenda they pushing right now, I don't even want to be here. It's like, yeah, we gotta move. We gotta go somewhere, Jamaica, somewhere, bro. This country is too big. It's 7 billion people here. It's 54 countries in Africa.
So if all of us left, right, all the ones who woke or you know, have some sort of enlightenment or education or whatever, if we all left, what would the rest do? Because you know what I'm saying? When you hear about the 10%, the 5%, it's not going to be a large percentage of us.
Many are called, but a few chosen.
But would you sacrifice your people for your own salvation? See, that's why when we look at Malcolm X, and when we look at James Baldwin, and when we look at, you know what I'm saying, all these different heroes that came before us, you really have to respect the grind. You have to respect the work that they put in because they really sacrificed their own livelihood. They sacrificed their family's livelihood just for the salvation of the people. Like when you was talking about One Night in Miami. Like, I know that was a fictitious, story, a fictitious, depiction of what happened that night. But when you just really watch the walk that a lot of these, real civil leaders put in, it's like you really have to respect because they sacrifice everything for us. So for us to really put that through and for us to really for their contribution to be just diminished to a woke hashtag or just a woke social movement, It's really a disservice.
I got
to
a
them.
question though. I'm gonna be devil's advocate. When am I their death was their salvation? When am I Malcolm knew the greatest venture was death, and going to the next life and help that life, then helping this hell world.
I'm just saying. I know. Dick Gregory. He said sometimes death is better. And when you think about those slaves that jumped ship, I mean that was their mentality. It's like, man. This is just that act alone shows you your worth. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
That act alone will show you your worth. If they never did that, we would never know our worth as human beings and just basic humanity. Like, I'd rather die than be treated like that. You know what I'm saying? I come from, kings and queens. I come from royalty. I'm the greatest. We the first, the original. I'd rather jump ship than be treated like this, than be treated like that, than to have my children. And they went with their children. You know what I'm saying? The mother would fall off shit with her child. You know what I'm saying?
But my question, how do we know that's true?
It's all in slavery logs, man. If you listen to some of the biggest rebellions happened in Brazil, and with the Muslim slaves, they had some of the biggest rebellions. I forgot, it was a story. I have to pull it back up.
That's crazy, dog.
I actually seen it in my African American Studies class. I think it was called Africana Studies is what the book is called.
What Michael B. Jordan said in Black Panther? Bury me in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
What he say? That was a cold line. I ain't gonna. That was probably the coldest line in the movie.
You watched that? You watched Fahrenheit? His movie Fahrenheit. I forgot.
I watched a little bit of it.
That was powerful too. It's those movies. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they tell you certain stuff, man. They burn in the books, man.
Bro,
they burn in the books, and really just getting you to understand that. And right now, it's not maybe the burning of the books, but it's really just the hiding of information.
Yeah, they got to.
You see what they doing with RZA, you see what they doing with all these other people out there. It's the hiding of information.
So they put his page down again?
Again, like I think it's like the 6-1. You know what I'm saying? They want to control information so much that they will, you know what I'm saying, completely.
I would love to interview asking what's his drive to push against it.
Well, I think he's still on that tour with the Buck Breaking movie. So he literally told me he was coming to Detroit, and he said when he comes to Detroit, he was gonna tap in with me. So then, but when I really think about it, from that perspective, it's just really like, they're burning they're not burning books right now. Maybe that comes later, but right now they're just silencing opinions. Like, everything is just like a conformist type of energy. Like, you have to believe one central idea. Everybody has to believe the same thing. I don't know where this whole, daishiki toting, woke dude who just with the big trifocals came from, but even that's a machine. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can't even question something without being some crazy extremist who doesn't believe in anything. You know what I'm saying? Who questions everything. But you have to, you have to look at things with a keen eye, man. You can't believe everything that you're being told. So it's voices like that are really valuable in this time. But I just really watch movies like that, like Fahrenheit. When I watched that movie, I think it's only out on HBO or something like that, or
Prime.
So Prime.
Yeah.
So it's just like everybody ain't seen the movie yet, but that was actually a good movie. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like when I watched it, I could pick up a lot of gems from it and just a lot of information. I was just like, that's really. And I read the book too. So yeah, it's just a lot, man. When you just really just look at it. And you really can just understand that we're getting into a time of people just being silent, man. Like the celebrities, they silent. You know what I'm saying? Those who have voices, silent. Because in these days, your opinions come with a steep price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and like
you can't say anything because the media control everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the media, the critics, the comments. Mm-hmm. Yo.
Even those is controlled, man. I feel like a lot of those is bots, bro.
Bro, like.
Sent by certain people to push certain narratives. How did they got 1,000 likes after posting for 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Like, that just shows you this stuff is really.
Controlled.
This stuff is really controlled. Like, you might post something about loving black women, and then 2 seconds later, it's a bot in the comment section saying, hey, man, you hate white women. And then it already has 1,000 likes. Like, how did this comment 20 seconds ago already get 1,000 likes? That's how you know it's an agenda out here to silence and criticize and shut down certain narratives and certain ideas and certain ways of thought. That's why I just sit back, I be quiet, and I observe. That's why I don't make a lot of videos like I used to. I used to just really get up on there and I just talk my talk in the beginning because I was trying to build a following. But then I really sat back and I'm just like, I'm really just seeing people just talk on everything. And then the news comes out, oh, that was the wrong information. So I just sit back. Outside of this podcast, I don't even want to do no more videos on my Instagram for real.
Bro,
but
that's big.
And that's leveraging your voice. I was thinking about that the other day. only talking on this podcast leverages my voice and leverages this platform. Because it's like, man, you want to see me talk? Come to the podcast and listen to me talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to give no free game and, you know, big up and promote Instagram's platform when I can have you come over to my platform. You know what I'm saying? Or my forum. You know what I'm saying? And do it like that. But we do have a website now, so I do have my own platform. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna talk about Instagram. It's not
Instagram. Instagram.
It's
Instagram,
like it's like, damn, bro, I'm still playing the oppressor. I got paid $18 to promote. I mean, I'll be like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't nothing. I mean, I do it, you know what I'm saying, for Facebook and everything, for my parties and stuff, but it's like, I'm about to learn the game they learned the way, like, a lot of people don't even know Google have, like, 351 trade lines. Facebook had 47. I'm looking at stuff like that, like, and I don't know too much about credit, but I'm just learning, like, I'm seeing how these motherfuckers got rich. Really, I need to go back to Akon blueprint. He really gave us a blueprint that ain't nobody really paying attention to. Dog is creating his own country, like his own place in a different spot. Like, that's how you know it's money everywhere, bro. Like, we have to really think outside the box. I can't just think of America. I can get in real estate over there. You know what I'm saying? So I think we think like money is so far away, and it's really not. It's unlimited. Like, the world is humongous, bro. Just imagine, you know, them areas where ain't nothing going on, and then boom, you create a resort. Now people coming over there for that place for a resort. Now you making money.
So I shared a video of T.I. talking about that. Talking about, you know, we go to Ghana, we put a, you know, we put, you know, a Chipotle there. We put this there. We put that there. And they were saying, isn't that westernizing our own people? But then it's also the rebuttal of, if we don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. But then it's like, why put a Chipotle there when we can, you know, create our own franchise? But it's a whole different bunch of ideas.
He was just giving the idea.
Yeah, it was just an idea. But it's just like, I can't understand that. I can't understand, like, why are we going westernized our own people when they still, and take away the little culture, you know, that
I
is left.
think people got to understand. But not from Africa. A lot of us not even from Africa. We was already here. So I feel like, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, they have a different nationality than me and you.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people get caught up in that too. People don't even understand that they caught up in trying to get uncaught up. You still caught up. You know, because a lot of people, no, I'm Cherokee Indian, I'm Indian, I'm not African American, I'm this, I'm that. At the end of the day, we all one. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It don't matter what you call yourself, or, you know what I'm saying, where we all was literally, well, if we break it down the way, you know what I'm saying, we talk about it in the nation, we all are Asiatic, the original.
We are the original. But
so if we just called ourselves the Asiatic black man, it's like we the original. When all this stuff was called Asia, we was there. You know what I'm saying? When all of this stuff was Asia, we was just in different parts. You got Asia major and you got Asia minor. We was just in different parts of Asia. So that's who we are. But now I'm an Indian because I'm a Native American because I was on this part, and I'm not African American. I'm from Kemet or whatever. I don't know what people be saying nowadays. But I just feel like literally that is all a social construct to keep us divided. I don't care if I got a little bit of Indian. That means I got some black in me. Yeah. I don't care if you know what I'm saying, you from Ethiopia, I got some black in me. You know what I'm saying? Or I got some original in me, or I got some, you know, whatever you want to call it. That's all labels, bro.
It's labels, but it's also...
It's heritage and it's history behind it. But at the end of the day, that's our history. That's not their history. And then this is our history over here. That's our history collectively. We're all one. That's where African diaspora came from. All that other stuff that they've been throwing around labels to separate us. Okay, well, don't your cousin's family have a different history than your family? Your uncle's family has a different history than your family? That doesn't take away from y'all collective family, from y'all collective history as a family. You know what I'm saying? There was once a time where your uncle and your father was under the same roof. And then so there's a collective history and there's a separate history. But we're all one at the end of the day. So when I hear people talk about that, I'm Indian, I'm a this, I'm a that, it doesn't matter. We all under the same roof. You know, Native American, we all under the same roof, man. So I feel like those are just, you know, constructs that we use to divide us. I mean, I think on the first episode you said black means death, and I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But I just, you know, let you talk your talk, and I believe in that. I don't know, you know, but I feel like that's kind of it's irrelevant at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. It's just a, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that we use to separate ourselves.
I think it's more than irrelevant. I think it's really important because you don't know who you are.
So you rather be called a nigga?
I'm not a nigga. Who calls me a nigga?
But you don't respect the switch up from Negro to black? Are you this that you
They just put you at labels, but each label has a value behind it.
So you think they gave us the label of black?
Yeah. Each label, bro, that's not a nation.
So they got tired of calling us Negroes and niggas. So they
didn't even know how to speak our language.
I'm about to get demonetized like a mug. I'm up here saying the N-word.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I'm about to blank this stuff out, man.
But no, it's like they didn't even understand our language. So of course he looked like that. So we gonna call him black. You know what I mean? They couldn't even speak our language when they came over here. So my thing is, each label has some type of meaning behind it. Like, bro, if you talk to somebody from, it's a white guy. I thought he was white, man. He said, man, I ain't white. I'm from the Middle East. It's pride behind that nationality stuff, bro. It's pride. Like when I be at Wayne State and I be in the classroom and Zoom calls, these people got their flags behind it on their wall. Some meaning behind that. It's a big meaning. It's a following. It's a nation. But we African American, all that don't mean nothing. Has no value to it. So that's why they treat us like shit, because they know I ain't got no value to it all. Ain't nobody gonna come save him. Ain't no nation gonna come get him. You gotta be careful. We don't know who this nation is. This man belongs to a nation. I don't want to start no war. Who we gonna start a war with? That's the only reason why I said that's why it makes sense to me, like, to really know.
Yeah, I mean, and if you ask me, that's why we still trapped in the hood.
Yeah.
Because we worried about the small, minute details instead of worried about the big details. Yeah, I mean, we still on the corner, you know what I'm saying, in New York or in the Bronx, arguing about what should we call ourselves when they call us niggas and beating us upside the head. Yeah. No, I'm this. Well, both of y'all getting your ass beat. I don't know what y'all call yourselves, but y'all both getting your ass beat. Can y'all deal with him first, and then y'all can, get y'all names right? It's like, bro, that stuff's irrelevant.
I met another white lady.
It's just because I done been in a lot of debates, man. I done been in the woke space for all my life, so I done had a million debates about this, and you know what I'm saying. It don't change nothing. But you got to have 1,000 debates before you can understand that nothing's gonna change.
I know that for sure. I mean, we're just stuck.
You got to have 1,000 debates, and then you understand action is really the only thing that changes stuff. So if we're not talking action and we talking labels and this and that, we're not getting nowhere. Well, at the end of the day, we're going in circles.
It just sparked the conversation for.
Yeah, you got to spark the conversation about history.
People listening, go double check. You know what I'm saying? Go look at some stuff. Ourselves Law Masters, some websites I'll be looking at just to understand what's going on.
Yeah, check on your people, man. Check Grandma's Bible. She got the whole lineage up in there.
See, but look, that's deep though. What you just said.
Grandma's Bible?
Because
for real,
you don't need no birth certificate. That's your birth certificate.
Whoa.
You don't need no. No, that ain't.
Oh, that's my second.
But no, what you just said, was deep, and a lot of people don't understand that because you don't. That is your birth certificate. That is your marriage certificate. Everything was written in the Bible. If you pay attention to the Bible now, you can look in there. You put married to, born, who was born, and that's the family tree. You didn't need nobody to come grab you up. Man, let me stop talking. Cause I want to keep ourselves.
No, you're right. But the reason I said it that way because I watched the documentary. I think it was on Vice, and they was talking about a lot of people were able to reconnect to their families. You know what I'm saying, and follow their lineage based on their grandmama's Bible.
Because that's the truth.
Had she not, you know what I'm saying, been able to recite the lineage like the griots in Africa, been able to recite their whole lineage and the story of their village, they would have never found their ancestors. They would have never found their people. So it was Grandma's Bible that really disconnected the whole thing.
That's your truth. That's your truth.
That's what that's what the name of this episode called, Grandma's Bible.
I like that because that's the true birthright.
Well, that's a wrap for this today's episode. Tune in next Sunday for another episode of Breaking the Machine. And like I always say, DM us at BR the Machine. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to some questions. We've been having interviews for the last couple episodes, and we were supposed to have an interview today, but you know, things changed, so I didn't get to the questions or post that I needed questions, but I will put up a post next week. I'll remember to do that.
Get on his ass.
You know what I'm saying? So we can get to some of y'all questions, because that's kind of like one of my favorite parts, is actually answer some of their questions, and this, you know, it helps spark topics and different things. But like I said, tune in every Sunday for another episode of Breaking the Machine, and we appreciate all the comments, you know, all the subscribers and different things on YouTube. And if you didn't know, we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The links is below in the description. And I appreciate all y'all for rocking with us. Breaking the Machine. We out.
Yo.